name's Casey. Nice to meet you.
You too. Thank you.
I'm going to facilitate today.
Okay.
I'm here to help you process your depression and drug abuse.
Okay.
Anything that you say in therapy stays here.
Okay.
It's kept confidential.
Okay.
Except, of course, on if you have any self-harm or intent and any self-harm towards others. Then you have to report that.
Okay.
Is there any questions or concerns?
No.
Okay. Well, do you have any questions about the program?
No. My neighbor pretty much explained everything to me.
Okay, well, good. Well, during our first session, I always try to get an understanding from you and why you're here.
Okay.
I did read your case file.
Okay.
And so I know that you're 30 years old.
Right.
And that you were recently separated from your partner and that you have 2 children. Is there anything that you would like to add in there?
Well, I mean, I am from the Apple States. I used to live there. But I currently live with my mom now and my 2 siblings. And the reason being is I got sick. I lost my house that I had shared with my partner, rent, and I lost him as well. He left me. I couldn't pay for the house, and it was like the American dream life. Like, we had everything, and it's just like everything was taken in one time. Like, just everything. Can you imagine just not having anything that you had?
Sounds like you have lost a lot in the last little bit. How are you coping with all that?
Not very well. I feel like I've sunken into some kind of black hole. I've been really sad lately. I've just been feeling really down. Like I can't get anywhere mentally. I just don't want to do anything. Yeah.
You feel like everything's falling apart all at once, it sounds like.
Yes.
I can imagine that losing everything has to be really hard for you.
Yeah.
And your partner leaving and your house, everything you've known is kind of come undone.
Right. Like, it worries me because I've been with so many abusive men. It's like a pattern for me, like this last one I was with. I would work myself to death, trying to get what we deserve, trying to do for my kids, for myself, and for our future, and it would be all taken away. And like with my last partner where we had rented the house together, and how I lost that because of him, because he chose to leave. But he was the one who started getting me to do the drugs, like with him. Like, we started doing them together. That was basically what our relationship was, is us doing it together. But one day, because he decided to go and get meetings to go get help, he pushed me to go and do it too. Like him. Like, I was supposed to do it just because he got me into drugs. He's trying to get me out because he wanted to.
So your whole base of your relationship was based on drugs. It sounds like it was centered around it. How did you feel that he wanted to push you towards?
It didn't make me want to go.
You didn't want to go?
I mean, I was thinking, why should I go and do something because he wanted to? Didn't even take into consideration about what I'm going through, what I feel. Even though what I was doing was wrong. Because he was the one who was doing it with me. I didn't think it was fair because somebody decided to change, that they would try to push that on me.
Yeah, did it make you feel resentful towards him because he was pushing it on you?
Yeah, and I didn't want to go. I was like, at first I was like, no, I'm not going to because of that reason. And then I was like, well, maybe, yeah, I do, because deep down I do want to change. Deep down inside I was going to, but one day he came home from a meeting and he found me high, and he just packed up all the stuff and left me. I mean, just left me.
And that had to have been really hard when he left.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about treatment now?
I don't even want to think about that, honestly, because in those days I was really sad. I was crying all the time. I guess you could say that I was depressed. My health was going down. I wasn't eating. I wasn't sleeping good. I wasn't doing anything. I mean, it was like I was in a black hole and I couldn't get out. And this big black cloud was just like following me. And I just started feeling like a zombie. My whole body ached. I was losing weight. I wasn't wanting to do anything. Nothing with my mom. Nothing with my kids. Nothing with my siblings. Yeah, I felt dead.
Yeah. Did you ever have any suicidal ideations of harm?
No, actually I didn't. I have never had that. I had always thought to just drown myself from thinking things. That's why I would just continually use... What?
You've never had any attempts?
No. Never had any attempts. Never thought of it. Like I said, I would just drown myself.
Well, you definitely are describing depression symptoms. So we have a depression scale, and it's from 1 to 10.
Okay.
And 1 would be not feeling much depression. 5 is somewhat, and 10 is severe. Where do you feel like you are on the depression scale?
I would say probably close to 10, like maybe 9, because I just don't feel like I can ever feel free. I feel trapped. Okay. Honestly, I don't even want to think about it. That's the state that I'm in now. It's like when I get upset, I just want to go and like drown myself. Like not drown myself, but drown my sorrows. Like just forget about the pain, forget about the sadness. Find a quick fix to get me through the night, to get me through the next day. It's literally tearing at me.
I can hear the hostility and the frustration in your voice.
Yeah.
I can tell you're really struggling with this.
Yeah, the abusive man that I was with, I mean, I really know that it's affected my health. And I think that's where the depression has come from. Where I've just been abused so much and made feel like I should do this, I should do that. And then if I don't do that, I get punished or I get left. And then I feel like it's all my fault. When in fact, it's not really my fault, I don't think. But this is how I feel that how they treat me. And I just want to go drown my sorrows.
Well, earlier you just mentioned that you have had many abusive relationships. And I feel like I need to understand, if you could expand on this, how many and what's gone on.
I mean, it's like every one of them. I feel like that because they have abused me, it's made me angry and it's made me sad. And I feel like that's what's caused me to want to keep using and keep doing things to myself to keep myself from remembering that I'm sad and that I'm hurt and that there isn't another life that I could have. This is all that I'm going to have.
So whenever you feel you want to drown yourself in your sorrows, it's because you're angry and sad.
Exactly, and I want to do other stuff too.
Can you expand on what you mean by other stuff?
Well, I think you know what kind of stuff I'm talking about. I don't know if I want to go into all the detail about it. Do I have to? Like, is something I have to do?
No, you don't have to. This is for you, and what you feel comfortable with, we'll work with today, and we can expand on it at a later time if you feel comfortable.
Okay. But it wasn't just me, though, that used the stuff. That you know what I'm talking about. Like, he did it with me. It wasn't just me. As a matter of fact, he's the one that got me to do it. And it was just bad.
So you all did this stuff together, and you were trying to down your sorrows with doing the drugs, but they were bringing you down and making you even worse into your depression and your health.
Oh, yeah. You think that it was causing me to be more... I could see that. Our relationship was horrible. I mean, horrible. All we did was fight.
Yes, I want you to expand on your partner. Can you tell me a little bit about this situation? I know you say it's horrible, but...
Yeah, the stress. I mean, where we were fighting so much, it caused me stress. Okay. And I was like, I think that being stressed, I should just do the drugs. Because it would calm me down. It would make me forget about, what I done wrong. Or what he's done wrong. Excuse me. Or just anything that we have done wrong together. It was like I was doing something wrong all the time. But I was just following what he did.
Okay, so do you feel that the stress and fighting contribute to your drug use?
Oh, definitely. And also me following what he did. I felt like I wasn't prepared for him leaving. And it wasn't the right time. But I knew that he was all that I had. And I could say that it was truly a crazy relationship. He was very difficult. He was very aggressive. He abused me, not just mentally, but emotionally and physically. And, anything that he could get his hands on, he would do. He could get and do anything.
Did you feel like you were unsafe? Were you in harm?
Oh, yeah, all the time. But the more drugs that I did, the more that I forgot about the sad things. And didn't even take into consideration about my kids at all. I just knew that there was just so much strife in my life and in my relationship that I would try to block things out.
So you felt like you needed to do another hit after another hit to be able to forget what was going on, so you were unaware of the toxic relationship you were in.
Yeah. It was like I knew to an extent of how bad it was.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought if I could just forget about it, because I felt like this is the kind of life that I needed to have, because I chose to do things with him. Like, I chose to follow what he wanted me to do.
So you felt like you were just following his lead, and you knew you were in an unhealthy relationship, but that is what you knew you wanted in a way, so you didn't know.
And I didn't want to change it,
okay.
because I wanted to feel like I just wanted to forget about it. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to remember. I didn't want to go through this process, because I didn't want to look at the things that I've done. I don't want to feel the things that I've done.
Well, you previously mentioned that you felt depressed and that you wanted to drown your sorrows.
Yeah.
How do you think that you could have handled that any differently?
I don't think that I could. I can't even stand myself. I'm always looking for drugs. I'm always looking for a quick fix, a way to get out of this zombie state that I'm in. My life revolves around it, thinking that, it's just my depression. I don't want to do anything else. I used to do other stuff, but then whenever you keep using and using and using, it's like you get hooked and you feel like that's the only thing in your life. Like, that's the only thing that holds you up. Like, that's the only thing that won't leave you. That's the only thing that you can live for, that you can't let down. Yeah. Because you feel like that's the only thing that is giving you life. I mean, I live with my mom and 2 siblings, and I feel like because I've lost everything because of all this and my depression, that I'm going to cause them to lose things as well. I don't even think that I'm a good fit to live there. Even though we do have a good relationship. I mean, she knows the stuff that I go through, and she offered me to stay there.
So you feel like you could bring negativity to them in such a way.
Yeah, and it's not good. I mean, they try to get me to go out and do things, like family things, and I just don't want to. I mean, and if I do go, I'm not happy, and they know it.
So it sounds like you're trying to isolate yourself.
Yeah.
You feel alone even when you're with them, and you feel alone when you're by yourself.
Yeah. And it's like I can't even explain to them, because they don't understand. They only see the surface part of it. Like, they don't really understand how I feel. And they think that just a quick fix, like, of just taking me out and going somewhere is going to fix everything.
And you don't feel like that's going to?
No. And, I mean, it makes me want to go back to doing drugs.
Okay. Well, I can understand you're feeling sad and wanting to disconnect yourself. However, isolation is not going to help things. I think your family loves you. From what it sounds like you have a healthy family unit.
Yeah, but whenever you're only looking for a fix, I mean, that's the only thing. That's the only focus that I have, and there's nothing more to it. I feel like, that's all that I'm going to do.
So I want to make sure I'm understanding you correct. Your partner has left, and you guys had a very unhealthy relationship, and it's very toxic. Very. You do have family support, and you're wanting to, you are wanting to get clean. Is that correct?
Yeah, I just need to get out of this. I think the depression is what's really wearing me down and making me feel like I need to go back and do these things. Like that's like I'm wanting to go and do a drug. Okay. Like, just to feel better and just to forget about this. This is a big step, I think, for me. I've never been able to talk to anyone before, especially anybody close to me. Like, the only person that really was close to me, he left me because I chose to stay the same that he got me into doing.
Mm-hmm. And that's very hard. Now that you feel like he's left you, you feel all alone and like you have nobody you can trust almost.
Yeah. I didn't realize
abandoned.
How much.
Are you feeling abandoned?
Yeah, I didn't realize how much I was suffering. And till now, and opening up to you has made me feel like I didn't even realize I was making decisions right now this whole time. I didn't realize I was making decisions previously. Yeah. Because whenever I'm in that moment, I feel like a decision was already made. Like, I didn't have a choice. Like, using and using and using. Like, that is all that I have. I didn't feel like I had a choice to change.
Well, looking at your past and where you have come from, hearing what you're saying today, do you feel that this is the only way you can function by doing these drugs?
I mean, it's that or depression.
Okay.
I mean, if that's all that I was looking for, there's nothing else.
Okay. Well, yeah, you were looking for a fix. I realize how much you have suffered, and I'm glad you are feeling safe and opening up to me. This is a good start. This is a start for you to trust me. I know how hard it is for you to do. I can see you're making decisions and trying to make change, and opening up and sharing is a major decision.
Yeah. I feel like the session that we have has really helped me a lot. I feel like I've really been able to kind of understand how to possibly get through this.
Yes, during this session, you were able to establish and achieve the type of person that you are,
right,
who you want to be. You are the one who needs to make these decisions. I can't make them for you.
I know, and I really do see that, and I thank you for that.
I believe this session is going to work. So today we have shared a lot about the loss of your house and your job and your partner and your addictions. Thank you for opening up to me.
Thank you.
And I feel confident that you're going to be able to get help and with this drug rehab program. I really feel. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.